Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good one today. Also, Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a great Christmas and a great New Year. Today we're going to be reacting to usual things in the US that confuse non-Americans. I know this is going to freak me out a little bit. I don't know, just come in here with the vibe that there's going to be some things in this. It's going to mush my brain. Let's do this.
In some ways, the United States is a whole different world.
Yep.
Totally different from every other place. So let's take a look at what's...
I mean, every place is different.
...baffles people from the outside.
Every other place, right?
One of the first things a foreigner notices when entering the country is flags. American flags everywhere. On buildings.
See, I wanted to know, is this true though? Because I know it's not. Where I'm from, you barely see a flag, a country's flag anywhere, to be honest. So I've always wondered, I've always seen like any movie you watch, there's always seems to be flags everywhere. Is that true?
Schools and houses. And on clothes, like shorts, t-shirts, you name it. Throughout history, Americans have changed 27 flags.
Wait, how? What's that? Is this a real flag of America?
Throughout history, Americans have changed 27 flags. The
God
current
damn.
American flag was only adopted in 1960 and is so far the longest-lasting flag of the country.
Well, they're not gonna get...
It wasn't created by the authorities, though. In 1958, there was a contest for a design of the new American flag.
It was a kid!
And the winning flag was made by a 17-year-old high school student from Ohio.
I mean, I thought he was
why
younger.
Americans love their flag so much is national pride. But
God
why
damn.
not so many countries do the same? Well, some countries avoid displaying them for historical reasons. Other countries only raise the flag on special occasions to highlight the importance of the event.
Well,
Still,
yeah, that's
some
actually the same
countries
here, I
display
think.
their flag as often as Americans do. In Denmark, people are quite proud of their flag too.
Hey, you be proud of your
Decorate
flag,
the
man.
winter
You know what I
holiday
mean?
tree and birthday cakes with them. And you can always find stickers with Danish flags, red and white candles, and other goodies with the flag in a grocery store. People in Sweden are also very much into their flag and have
The fuck is this?
flagpoles.
I'll be talking about Denmark, man.
Now, let's go to a restaurant, shall we?
Okay.
Many things there are very specific to the States. Like, for example, tons of ice in every drink. Turns out there is some history to this preference. America has always had a lot of ice as a resource, since New England's lakes and rivers have a lot of those drinks.
There's absolutely no way this is the reason there's loads of ice in your drinks, man. Well, because you got loads of ice. There's no...
Centuries ago, before refrigerators and other helpful cooling machines, that kind of cold resource...
I'm so sorry for pausing again. I have never thought about what the hell we did before fridges. Where do we keep our food? What?
was very valuable, and the States started exporting ice to other parts of the world. And also,
we kept it in
of
ice.
course,
Yes.
consuming it themselves.
Okay.
They started to put ice in their hot drinks, in contrast to the British, who were always drinking their beverages hot. The ice in the drinks has become an American thing, and it was also considered a rich person's drink. Yep, the ice would also show a person's status. Of course, with time, when refrigerators appeared, ice became available to everyone, and Americans started to add it to their drinks commonly.
Wait a minute.
The habit remained, but also...
Why the hell does having ice in a drink make you rich?
Ice drinks are very refreshing,
They are.
which is especially important in the hot south of the country. But if you come from abroad and don't want your drink freezing cold, always specify it to the waiter.
Who the hell wouldn't?
The next striking thing is the huge portions that are served, and there is a reason for that too. It wasn't always like this.
Okay.
But in the second half of the last century, due to pesticides and fertilizers, farmers started to be able to grow more food than they used to. The government caught on, subsidizing them to grow even more food. So, the amount of available food...
Yo, the government just get their hooks in everything, guys, don't they? In our taxes, in our food, in our ass. Maybe not our ass, but in our ass. Yeah, they are in our ass. Get out!
increased. Over time, companies started to increase the sizes of their portions. Why serve less food and get less money if you can serve a bit more?
I don't like the black buns, man.
That's good for business, and it's a win-win. Customers get more food for just a little bit more money. So, larger portions stuck.
All right.
Okay, now we need to take a little toilet break. And, surprisingly, there are a lot of foreigners who find American toilets weird. First, what's up with those huge gaps in
See,
bathroom stalls?
I don't get this, man. I mean, there's gaps in our bathroom stalls, like.
Let's start with a more obvious part. Gaps on the bottom of the doors.
I mean, this is what it's like where I'm from, and it's also what it's like in England.
Those
I'm
are
pretty
quite
sure.
common, even outside the US, and they serve several purposes.
Oh.
First, you can see if there's a person inside.
Nah, this is weird though. No, this is, you should not be, you nearly see this man's knees, bro. Once you see his knees, you're seeing his balls. You know what I mean? Because the knee is the angle and you can, balls. Nah, this is way too high. What the f?
Without trying to break into an occupied stall.
Nah.
Second, it provides some ventilation and makes it easier to clean the floor in the bathrooms. The gaps on the sides are more
Just open
questionable.
the door?
Of course, people on the outside can't see everything going on behind the door.
No, but they see enough.
But still, there's not much privacy
They
whatsoever.
see enough.
In most other countries, the gaps are either negligible or non-existent. So
I don't think I've ever been in a bathroom like this a man in my life. I'll be completely honest. This looks like a prison.
what's up with them in America?
Maybe like a disabled toilet would have this type of door. Not a
I did
cubicle
some
though.
research. Some sources say that since every inch of material is expensive, wide gaps are made to reduce the costs of bathroom
Oh,
stalls.
you cheap bastards.
Other sources say that when people feel exposed like this, they have fewer incentives to do something illegal in public bathrooms.
That's actually a good one.
Next observation,
That's a good one.
American toilets have way more water in their bowls in
They do?
comparison to, for example, European ones. The reason is that those types of toilets use different flashing systems, and an American one needs more water to flush effectively. In
All
many
right.
countries, especially in Asia, most bathrooms have bidets, which are used for after-toilet cleaning.
A what?
And tourists don't understand why Americans
What is a bidet? What is that? What is this half toilet looking thing? What do you do with it?
wouldn't adopt those too. After all, if you step in mud, you'll go and wash your foot instead of just wiping it off with a
Okay.
tissue. The same logic works here. Also, it reduces toilet paper usage. So it
No, hold on a minute. What? Wait, hold on. Wait, whoa. That's cleaning my ass. Why are we reducing the toilet paper? What do we clean with? My hand? Wait, what? Is he gonna give me some sort of diagram here?
it's more sustainable and it's environmentally friendly. Some say there's a strong stigma in America around bidets that is extremely hard to
I
overcome.
don't get it.
Others say that toilets in the US don't have enough room to install a bidet. So they
Don't be
don't
bringing-
have
no.
those, especially if there are
Keep the
other
bidets
well-known
away.
ways.
Toilet paper's
Before we
eye.
leave the restaurant, we need to tip the waiter.
Yes, we
Tipping
know.
in the United States
Yep.
is way more common than in most other countries. You're expected to tip any service person who helped you with something. While some kind of tipping exists
Any.
in some other countries, the extent
Any
of it
worker.
is smaller. And there are also countries like
A
Japan
policeman.
and Denmark where tipping isn't a thing at all. Those countries have minimum wage laws that dictate decent wages employers must pay their workers. This way, the need to pay money to service stuff isn't pushed
Yo,
onto
I
the
am
customer.
always hearing the good stuff about Denmark, man. It always seems to be in the part of the video where it's like showing you the good parts of the world. You know what I mean? And for this, for instance, there's a minimum wage. Well, there's a minimum wage. Is there not a minimum wage in America? But basically what he's getting at is theirs quite high.
By the way, here's one more fact about the prices. Probably the craziest thing in the States tourists have to adapt to are prices in stores. The tax isn't included into the display
This is
price
weird to
and
me,
is
man.
added on top while checking out.
Yeah, I mean,
So people
what?
who
I mean,
are-
what have you got? You know, you're getting something $19.99. You go up there with a $20 bill. Don't have enough. Like that's so messed up to me. I literally have enough for the item. Got enough. Literally says on it $19.99, but I can't buy it because the taxes haven't been added on yet.
money.
That's
and
mad, man.
recalculate
Just put the
price they will
taxes on
have
the
to
bloody
pay to make
label.
sure that they have enough money. But really,
You know what I mean?
why is it so? The main reason behind such a weird policy is transparency. This way, taxpayers know how much tax they pay and can resist raising the tax rate in case it comes on
Okay, I get it.
the national agenda.
I'd still just
Also,
prefer them to
it
put the
allows
thing on.
buyers to compare the costs of products across states fairly, since tax rates may differ. So,
That's
if
a good
the tax
point.
isn't included, you compare the actual bread costs between Alabama and
Okay,
Alaska,
you know
for
what? That's a
example.
good point.
In some places in America,
Still put
it's
it on,
not
though.
very easy to get around unless you travel by car.
They should, on the label, show if the bread was 19.99, put in like a underneath it in like black letters, the price including tax. Can I get that patented real quick there? Can someone get that a patent for me? Because that's my idea.
In some regions, there's often no sidewalk taking you to the closest convenience store, or a crosswalk, allowing you to cross the road right in front of the store. The main reason for that is probably the fact that the United States is a big country with vast lands and everything is spread out. Neighborhoods can be scattered around, wide suburban territories quite far away from one another, so that's already far from being walking distance, and sidewalks aren't needed because, yes, no one's walking. Studies show that Spanish or Germans
don't drive.
walk at least twice as much as Americans, but in those countries, everything is way closer. And last and not least,
was that?
You guessed it, the imperial system. It's based on the human body. A foot is an average foot size of a person, so you might think it's quite intuitive for anyone. Well, no. Foreigners are incredibly confused with feet, inches, gallons, and Fahrenheits, and tend to convert it all to the familiar metric system. Well, in this sense, the British are even more confusing. Those guys use both imperial and metric systems. For height, it's mostly feet and inches, but for weight, kilograms. Great Britain used to...
I don't. No, we don't. That's actually a lie. We don't. We use stone and pounds. We don't use kilograms. Oh, I don't think... I have never, ever... And I'm being serious. I'm dead ass serious. I have never spoke to anybody if I'm talking about putting on weight and much weight you've lost. People would say stone. You wouldn't say kilograms. 90% I'm whipping 90% out of my ass. Don't know what I'm talking about. But I have never talked to anyone who uses kilograms as a measurement for weight. It's always stone or pounds. Okay?
Have the imperial system, but later they were forced to switch to the metric system. So now they're using a combination.
No, we're not.
Whatever helps to be more precise.
We do use kilograms for actual weights in the gym, though. You know what? He's right. Oh, wait. I mean, but wait. Weight as in body weight. It would be pounds and stones. Yeah, it is a bit fucked. Then actually we do use everything.
Precise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was that. Listen, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Peace.